I think we are live now. Yes, 2 seconds into the stream, we are live. My name is Sucharita. This is my YouTube channel where usually I collect my own thoughts and then some friends to talk about the releases of the week. Today, few thoughts on releases of the week, but friends are back. Hi, Rahul Desai and Ishita
Hello.
Sengupta. Welcome
Hi,
back.
hi, hi, hi. What's up?
Hi. Nothing, yaar. I haven't seen anything since the Odyssey, so I do not have a movie review to offer you this week. But Rahul, I assume you've seen everything that anyone has made anywhere in the country. Yes? How many reviews you've published this week?
I mean, this week is still early, but last week I had like 4 reviews. So,
Last week only, I'm saying. Sorry. I
uh,
meant to say last week. What all? What
huh,
all you reviewed? Tell everybody.
the Netflix show called Musafir Cafe. There was the Amazon show called um, what? Adarsh Bal Vidyalay. There is a Milap Zaveri film called I forgot the name because I was very traumatized.
Amazing.
Um, what was the name, yaar? Like Yaar Tera Yaar some shit.
हाँ तेरा यार हूँ मैं.
हाँ तेरा यार हूँ मैं and there was an indie film called Max Min and Miyazaki.
Yes, which I've heard Adil Hussain is fantastic in.
Yeah, he's Adil Hussain in it, which is always good. But yeah, the film itself was a little underwhelming. But
Okay, great. So what I'll do is after this live stream is over, I will link everything Rahul's written
yeah.
in the description. But for now, Rahul, I've linked your Substack essay that you wrote on your Substack. That is linked in the description below. So if anybody who's watching this right now, you want to read Rahul's sort of personal essays that are not necessarily movie reviews, subscribe to his Substack. It is linked in this video right under here. And I also want to take this opportunity to announce that I have started a Discord server. I do not know how Discord runs. I have my producer Metri who does it for me, but I have started the server. Please join. It is where I'm going to sort of, I don't know, share some thoughts and connect with people and have chats and conversations. The link is in the description. Do either of you guys Discord?
No,
Not literally.
I
Like
didn't.
when you say Discord server, what does that mean?
Correct. So Discord is an app that you can download on your phone and it is like Slack. Has anybody used Slack? You
I
can
mean,
have
I've heard of
different
it.
channels.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can have different channels on it and then people can join those channels. It's like having a chat room on your phone. That is like my personal chat room. So
No.
people
Okay, got it.
who want to talk about films, who want to discuss their thoughts. It's like having a mini Reddit on your phone, but it's fully moderated by me or people who want to interact with people like me only join the chat room,
Oh,
so to
okay,
speak.
got it.
It's pretty cool, but I don't know how it fully functions. So please join my Discord server. Ishita, did you review anything this week?
No. I haven't reviewed in a while.
Yeah,
Last week
I
only I know how I was reviewing stuff like with everything happening in my head. I was like, why am I even? What am I doing? I shouldn't be here. But yeah,
that's why I didn't review anything because I was like, I don't think I'll be able to concentrate or focus long enough
huh?
to first watch something without
Yeah.
succumbing to the urge of scrolling my phone and then find like 4 hours of focused thinking to write up on something.
Yeah, fair. Hmm.
Now, for film critics,
Hmm.
amidst the agitation, have we felt any validation this last week? Rahul?
Um, I mean, I wouldn't say validation, but it's just nice to know that there is a way basically. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, sure, there have been some of us who've been like going on about this forever and who are very unhappy with the government. And, it's like, especially with the way we've also sort of clamp down on we self censor ourselves like most of the time, and
Yeah.
in reviews we are careful, we always always a little cagey, and also publications have been really, I mean, cagey about everything. They have rules. You're not allowed to mention things. I hope like it leads to, I mean, eventually it has to start from the bottom, obviously. But it was nice to see that there were others like us and we weren't alone. Because what's been happening in the last few years is when all the idiotic IT cell trolls attack film critics and they attack journalists and they attack any public figures online. it always is so vicious that the person they're attacking always feels alone, and they are never supported because everyone is scared of putting themselves out there. Everyone is scared of receiving the worst kind of treatment, and everyone is then scared of like how they'll get fired and how they'll lose their livelihoods and all. What I
Yeah.
saw here is some kind of relief in that sense, because there were people finally saying the kind of stuff we wanted to say for the last 12 years, and we just have become a little more careful with every passing year, and especially millennials like us, who've seen right from when Twitter started, how social media went, and then the way this government has sort of clamped down on free speech in general.
Yeah.
It was nice to see that there were, I don't think I'd say validated, because like I'd like to believe that this was anyways not what we are going to do is not going to change. We're going to keep calling sort
Yeah.
of truth to power in our own ways. But it's just nice to see that there is a voice, there are other voices, and nobody, and there's not as much fear anymore. At least I'd like to believe that is not temporary. I'd like to believe that the landscape sort of also takes something from this, that it is not the end of the world if you demand accountability, even using colorful language if you want to
Yeah.
online. And and there is pushback on everything. I just saw that, yeah, like whatever these hired paid trolls have been doing over the last decade or so, I see a lot of pushback online, which is nice to see. So yeah, I just hope it leads to something more.
Yeah. The feeling I got was that, maybe we've not been screaming into the void. Maybe
Huh.
somebody has been listening. Maybe
Yeah.
there is a younger generation that has, even though, I publish on YouTube and I've been independent for a
Huh.
very long time. So I don't have that editor's fear of like,
Yeah,
I might
yeah,
lose my job. But what I have seen is a dramatic loss in numbers, huge
yeah.
loss in numbers. The same sort of views that we used to have, my channel used to have, the reach that my channel used to have has dramatically dropped because YouTube, of course, has been taken over by the men of the internet talking about films. And when men, usually the YouTube type talk about films, they are not politically very either aware or bothered. So I was feeling very, very dejected over the last couple of years that my platform is slowly, maybe perhaps moving towards obscurity, and perhaps I need to start
Hmm.
looking for jobs. I need to, become or go on the other side, like join a studio, become a studio executive. I don't know, because the numbers are gone, the money is gone. But this last week made me feel like, maybe not all hope is lost. Maybe there is a little light at the end of the tunnel. Of course, that light is still very far away, and we're not very close to exiting the tunnel at all right now. Very, very far away. But you can begin to see little glimmers of. Hope, and it gave me the sense of, at least when, in 2015, 16, when we were really sort of coming into our own at that time and really gaining traction on the internet, we were all a lot more fearless and
Yeah,
open,
yeah,
because
for sure.
fear hadn't permeated our body, despite the fact that this was still the government that we still have was the government then. But that fear we hadn't realized. I think around 2017, towards the end of the first term, we began to see that,
Hmm.
this is, we always knew that this is not right and there is going to be curbs on freedom of expression, but we still felt the freedom of expression was a right that we still had. To us, around 17, 18, I began to feel like, nah, bruh, this is very steadily going downhill. That's when I remember I quit my radio job, because radio was like very strictly controlled broadcast medium, and you can't say anything. Radio pe, of course, you can't mention religious ideologies, you can't mention anything political, and stupidly enough, you can't even talk about cricket live score updates, because that was like
Yeah,
only
I
the
know.
government channel can do live score updates. So I was like, kar kya rahe hai yahan pe? I was a big cricket fan back in the day, before any of this BCCI
Hmm.
upheaval had occurred. And but this is taking me back to a little, at least this like 5 days. 5 days I have felt that, perhaps, because I used to do a lot of shit posting, man, on the internet, the kind of shit posting that we've seen from the Delhi protests. I used to do so much of this, and then I stopped because I got scared
Yeah,
that somebody will get pissed off. But I'm very happy to see the shit posts have come back
yeah.
temporarily. May the shit posters continue to shit post
So
a
funny.
lot more. It's been very funny. Ishita, what has been your favorite meme from this last week?
I have plenty. I think my
Stayed
favorite
awake tonight for this.
my favorite
your
activity
favorite.
has just been. I can't. Yeah, I'll get into trouble. I'll share it with you. But these are just like there is this one which I think everyone knows now. There's this kid in Bihar, and they're like, "When will the water? When will you all start throwing water at us?" And the police is like, "No, you all will dance." And I'm like, What are these times?" But also, like, I feel just to say what you all were saying, like to sneak in there. Uh, like the last couple of years, I think I started reviewing when things were anyway going bad, like, and then it got worse. So I have never even seen the good part. Like now, even 2 years back seems better than what it is now. But also because I think the what we do, which is watch Hindi films, um, has been such a force to reinstate what the government wants. I think all of us have witnessed it firsthand, but also because of editorial constraints, haven't also been able to express it the way we would want. And even then, and even though I feel like all three of us here, and in Uday including, I'll take the liberty to say that we have tried in our way to actually be upfront or whatever. But the last couple of days showed, at least to me, that how even with our best of intentions, censorship had fully entered our
Yeah.
system. You know, when I was out in the protest and when the kids were screaming, I was like, should I? I was scared, even though I know that there is nothing to be scared.
Yeah.
But I just could not, and it was such a like, a reckoning to even to myself
Yeah.
that what living through the times also does, even if when you're not participating with the violence as such. So that
Yeah.
has been a real eye opener.
Rahul, what is your favorite meme? Slash shitpost.
Uh, so many of them. I've just been going through a lot of reels and videos from the protests, and like even when we were at the protests, we took so many photos of the funny sort of
Placards.
posters and placards. Oh my god! Like, and some of them, I think most of us older people were like, our like hand was on our mouth most of the time. It's like, is this even like, can they do this? And the fact that even now, our first reaction is we'll fall in trouble if we actually say the meme. But can you imagine what we become from, say, how we started?
What we
Like
used to be. We
what we
were
used to be
like
like.
what Rakhi Sawant is saying right now on Instagram. We
This
used
used
to
to
say
be our
all of
shit,
that.
shit posting on Twitter all the time. Like some of the stuff, I mean, I've written in early reviews and all. Like I used to mention Godra and all also without
Yeah.
any like and I never used to be told. Like I knew the moment like we were told not to use certain like trigger sort of events that this shit is going down after Uri and all it started. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, and there's, I mean, it's hard to really pinpoint anything, but these things, this conditioning cannot be undone for a generation. Sure, we can maybe in a in a fit of sort of inspiration and like freedom, we'll go online and shitpost something. But the first thought that will naturally come to our mind is what will happen. Like who's going to report us, who's going to file an FIR, stuff like that. And it's just that because I know people like to shit on film critics saying, how can you put yourself in this whole thing? Who are you in the larger context of this situation we are in, or the country we are in? I'd like to say like film critics are also some of the journalists who've taken the blows head on, in terms of not because we are like outspoken or reporting what is happening in the country. It's because the films have forced us to report what is happening in the country.
Correct.
The films themselves are like that. So what we are watching, oh, entertainment was escapism and now it is a reflection of the country. We've been doing that for the longest time, and at the
Yeah.
risk of so much harm, at the risk of like losing jobs, at the risk of personal attacks, at the risk of getting arrested, of getting death threats. And yeah, I don't like the fact, like, even like Anupama Chopra had to tweeted a couple of days ago about
Yeah.
how she got death threats for a Durandar review, and she also felt a little courageous by watching what Gen Z did. And thank you for giving. I thought it was a really nice tweet, but you saw the entire sort of machinery of the right wing, that disgusting, vile BJP IT cell machinery, just crack down on one person. Like
But they're
again, they
still
went
at
after.
it, huh? They're
They
still
still
at it.
have,
There's like 1,000 comments under her
and
one
and
innocuous tweet where she didn't even
and
mention the film.
yeah, and it wasn't even like so many, and everyone had the same, like they had the same tenor. It's like the same tweet had been sent to all of them saying, "This is what you're going to say." That she's making it all about us, which is all rubbish. Like it is
Yeah.
because we are the ones who've been taking the blows also, and
And what do
it's
you
not.
mean? Don't be taken. Film reviews are personal. We are
Yeah,
putting our name and our face. Anu's reviews are on video. She's putting her face out there. She's walking the talk. What she's saying, she's putting it out there. And of course, it's personal. Yeah, death threats are not personal. You're not personally attacking her. So of course, her opinion on her own Twitter is going to be personal. I get so mad at people when they say, "Don't make it about you." Shut up.
it was so
Shut up.
planned. It was all so planned that okay, we are going to again unleash the same kind of people who were unleashed during Durand. I like how jobless are these people. And the best part is now people are laughing at those trolls. You know, it's not like people are getting
Hmm.
scared of them. People are laughing, saying, "Kya kar loge tum log?"
अब
That's what's
देखो
changed.
ये जो बात है ना this is what makes me feel that we're not shouting into the void. Maybe the support and the love about for our reviews and for the Film Critics Guild putting out a statement and all was not apparent, was not visible to us, but it was there, it was building, it is generating. And little by little, one person sent me a message on sent me a comment on my Instagram saying the first time I ever heard the word feminist was through your reviews. I didn't know what feminism was before that. And I don't even know what review I must have mentioned it, when I must have mentioned it. But like little things that you're putting out there get accumulated. And to Anu's huge credit, when she started Film Companion, she just let us run free and wild. You
Yeah.
say what you want, you watch what you want, you have a good time. Film criticism should be free, independent for all intents and purposes. It was an independent platform. There were no other sponsors, corporate sponsors or whatever behind that platform. So oh my gosh, oh y'all, somebody sent me a clip of Vicky Lalwani's interview, who's a journalist and an editor. His interview with Paresh Rawal. Have you seen that clip?
I saw that. Yeah.
Paresh
I mean,
Rawal says in that interview that I should not have tweeted at Anupama Chopra
no
and
shit.
said, "Aren't you tired of being Miss Irrelevant?" And then he's like, "Then I felt I shouldn't have said that." You are Paresh Rawal. You are a senior. You've seen waves of political climates change. You have seen films come and go, film critics come and go, actors come and go. And you are tweeting at Anu saying, "Aren't you tired of being Miss Irrelevant?" And then deleting it. The internet doesn't forget. And then later on feeling, "I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that." But what about everything else that unleashed? The aftermath of that? My God. So I wonder what it is that's making even somebody like Mr. Paresh Rawal think that, perhaps should not to drag Anu into this whole thing again, but what we are discussing here right now is all publicly been going on over the last
Yeah.
couple of days. So none of this is classified information or anything.
Yeah. But, I'd like to say that all of these sort of pro establishment celebrities and actors, I'm not even going to get into the cowardice of most of them who did not say anything or who put out all those stupidly chat GPT balanced
My
sort of
God.
statements and all, and those who say that celebrities don't owe you anything apart from entertainment. Fuck you. But I just like to say that all of them, they don't realize that the winds will change at some point, and when the winds do change, all of them will be in such deep shit. And that to say is that the establishment changing, the good thing is that whenever it does happen, and it will, the I don't think we are as vindictive as the other side. So you're not going to
No.
have a list and go after this thing. It's just that they are going to be on the wrong side of history forever, and they're going to
Yeah.
have to live with it. All the people who did not tweet, all the people who stayed very deafeningly silent about this whole thing. I mean, shame on all of you. Like, I know you have a lot to lose, but I'm sorry, the students who put their lives on the line, who were in the hospital, like Rana Ayub herself said, put out that video. They have, I mean, look at who taught us what is at stake, and
Correct.
like it's way to shit on that generation. So So there's so much to learn, and all these stars have children. All these stars have Gen Z kids, most of them. So
Yeah.
I don't know how they sort of live with themselves. I find it very difficult to be to not get personal in reviews, especially knowing that I don't respect any of them anymore. I'll have to look at them as robots acting in films. So
And they've brought it upon themselves.
they have.
I mean, I was looking at photos and reviews. I was just scrolling through my Instagram because I've just been hopelessly spending 8 hours, 9 hours on my phone. कुछ समझ
Like
ही नहीं आ रहा
Ishita.
है क्या करूं. Yeah, Dan is like, I should, Dan once made a video, my husband made a video, Sucharita घर पर नहीं है, when I had traveled away. He's like, I should make that video again, even though you are घर पे, but you're not घर पे. You're like, you're not talking to me. I was like, this, don't, no, you sit down, you don't question my phone screen time right now. Ishita, what do you say to those people who say that film criticism shouldn't be political and film critics should not bring their politics into their writing?
No, my only argument is that if the filmmaker is bringing their politics, then we will bring our politics. It's as simple as that. Like, you don't bring your politics, and then writing will not reflect it. But any form of art has to be political. I mean, even if it is not, that itself is a politics. I mean, it
Correct.
showcases the politics. So that's a futile argument, but also the futility is more evident now more than ever. Like how the apolitical ness of art and apolitical artists, which is just a bizarre thing to have. Like, and the whole idea of them having a lot to lose. I'm sorry, we all have a lot to lose.
And we've all lost.
Yeah, yes, and the students who were out on the streets protesting, they have their whole future to lose. So I don't buy that argument at all. I'm not I don't, and I've been also very, very pleasantly surprised by the by actors like Sonakshi Sinha, by Vijay Verma, by Shreya Dhanvantari, who've been so up and about, and it's just so gratifying.
But Shreya over the last couple of years has spoken out quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And so like Sonakshi and Vijay Verma and all, they've been really that's really nice.
Yeah.
Because even though we are not in the same profession, we are in the same ecosystem. So to know that there are people out there who, who understand what's happening. And the fact that once the fear is broken, it's broken for good.
And also for people who are watching, please like this stream, first of all. Please click the like button. But of course, art is political. But those who run and control the film industry in this country are political appointees. Let's not forget the CBFC. Yeah. Every single person in the CBFC is a political appointee. They decide which film gets to be seen in what form by the people. Of course, censor certificates are important. You must classify that children can watch this or not watch this, or adults can watch this, or if this is violent and all. That should always be a suggestion. But
that's a certification process. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. That's what I mean, certification. But the cuts and the edits and the banning of films, it's political.
Yeah.
So how can film criticism not be political? We've all spoken about Satlaj, which was Punjab 95. In fact, if you go to Ishita's profile, that is linked in the description of this video right now. Her pinned tweet is an interview with the director of Satlaj, Aneet Rehan. What publication was that for, Ishita?
New Lines.
New Line, yeah? So please read that interview as well. I have an interview with Aneet Rehan up on my channel. And before the student agitation or the student protests reached the zenith that they did last week, before that, the conversation point was Satlaj. The film getting a release on a streaming platform and then being taken down in 2 days, that's not a political decision. Of course, it's a political decision. And then the international media was writing about it. New York Times wrote a piece about it. Vox wrote a piece about it. And a bunch of international publications wrote that how this film that was banned in India has been streamed, downloaded, and is being shown around gurdwaras all over Punjab. It's all political. Every single thing is political. And even within these political spheres, until 2021, if I'm not mistaken, filmmakers still had a recourse. They could go to the FCAT, the tribunal, to appeal that we don't agree with the edits that your CBFC has. That was taken away. And
Yeah.
now the only recourse filmmakers have, if they don't agree with any, is to go to the courts. How dare you
But
say it's not
also,
political?
yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, like the coat thing, which A is very expensive, and two, I mean, a lot of us have covered the whole Punjab 95 uh, trouble. And it was very evident that even court is no longer a way to go about, because he had to, like, Hanif Rehan was forced to withdraw the case. So it basically, it's an act of, like what you're saying, like the whole political coercion in filmmaking is also cornering the filmmaker till they are forced to basically like give up. So yeah, so I don't see any recourse anyway.
No filmmaker wants to go to the courts to release their films. It's expensive, it's time consuming, and it already takes like 1 to 2 years to make a feature film, and then you have to go to the court to make sure that it comes out. Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine.
The new Spider-Man got censored. Has anybody seen it yet?
No, tomorrow we are watching it
Tomorrow
tomorrow.
is the press show. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
awesome. Uh, yeah, correct. One word of truth sounds like a pistol shot. Accurate.
And it's
Hi.
sort of true that like the celebrities, I mean, they do owe people this, the public figures, the celebrities, wherever, sports stars, film stars, not across one field, they do owe this because who made them? Like,
Yeah.
who are they without fans? Who are they without the people? And once the people turn, and if someone boycotts someone's film because they were pissed, like if the students, for example, boycott someone's film because gave they gave like a sellout statement, or they didn't say anything, then I mean, see them turn in 1 second like that. There's so much opportunism everywhere. It's sad to see, and like I am seeing a lot of my seemingly apolitical friends, old friends, who have suddenly like felt a rush of like a surge of like rage when they saw students getting beaten. There's nothing like that image,
Yeah.
like just pure, raw, unadulterated, cruel, barbaric, which is such a great reflection of the regime. Like it is. This is what you needed to reach for the even the apolitical sort of I don't give a shit, I'm leading my life kind of people to again suddenly get like so so riled up. So that's what it took, and it's sad that we had to reach here to sort of feel something, because we've been through protests before, the CANRC, we've been through things before that, the farmers protests happened,
Farmers
like it
protest.
just
Yeah.
and every time something fizzles out, it's because of just the sheer sort of the bullying power of the machinery that's in the like just the system itself. And this time I don't think that is working, because they are being defeated in a language they didn't see coming, like which is Gen Z lingo, which like a lot of us, to be honest, also didn't take seriously till we reached this stage. And I really I I mean, I love sort of being humbled in these ways. This is
Oh
what our
yeah.
country needs. Like, I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
this is what we needed to learn. This is what the millennials, who are also always so guarded all the time, needed to see. Stop being afraid. Like, stop thinking 10 times before putting something online. Stop, like, it's one of those things where if we don't change seeing this, I don't know what we'll change. Like, just basically try to undo a lot of the fear that has been ingrained in us, because if we don't do it, I don't know who will, because not the old guard will not do shit. They
Yeah.
are still waiting to see which direction the winds will blow in. So yeah, it's basically up to our generation to sort of take a cue and not leave everything to the kids, because they are kids, and they've done the toughest thing possible, which is like get a resignation in this government, which we know how that is, and nothing changes with that. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a symbol. It's a symbol. It's nothing else. It's just like things can be done.
That's what I would like to highlight also. And I was talking about it on my Instagram as well. A protest is not going to bring down the fall of the regime or change in the political climate of the nation. Perhaps a wind of change in the political climate of the nation, but it's not going to change uh, everything, right? Everybody is suddenly going to get justice, everybody is going to have a platform to be heard, but it is a collective sort of awakening, perhaps, or the realization that this community does exist, or that you are valid, your feelings are valid, your emotions of feeling justice denied is valid and of being unheard is valid. And the protest became, of course, bigger than students' justice. Why were people coming in from all over the country to support? Because it was about disrespect. Everybody who's felt systematically disrespected and ridiculed and made to feel small systematically showed up to show their support and be like, yeah, absolutely. Stand-up comedians, why are stand-up comedians going to prison in Bombay? They're going to prison because stand-up comedy has been attacked systematically over the last 10 years or so. Stand-up comics have self-censored to, I think, even a greater degree than film critics have, because comics, their job is to joke. Our job is to still analyze with less jokes.
Yeah.
But stand-up comic and jokes are the first thing that people dislike hearing about their hukmuran. So those stand-up comics, like I was watching Ronak Rajani's video, his wife's rib is fractured. It's crazy, right? But the fact that they showed up is because there was this sense of like disrespect, right? That came off. Akshay says happy belated birthday and gave me $40. Thanks. That's so sweet. So sweet. And yes, Leo, I am Leo on YouTube is reminding people over and over, like this stream, like this stream, like this stream. Thank you. Like this stream. And Anushk also, thank you for your kind words and for being a member. Thanks, Anushk. I appreciate you. I see you. Salman says, I think ever since COVID hit, we have all started realizing how tone deaf and unintelligent celebrities actually are. That's when people realize these aren't people to look up to. Well, you know,
some of them sure, but
some of them
like,
sure are smart, but celebrity culture is a problem. And I've so cringe when I think about it. I've definitely been a part of the celebrity standing culture, which, you know, as a young journalist, I was very much like in awe of everything and everyone. And I didn't feel that we needed to hold them accountable for anything more than providing us good cinema. But they have, by leaning toward films that have caused us and journalism at large a sort of steady pain and hurt, I don't really have an option but to ask these questions, like, what do you really stand for? What are you all about? Siddhant says, excited for Durandar 3, where they reveal all film critics are Pakistani. Listen, even if we were Pakistani, I do not have a problem with being called Pakistani. I've been called much worse. Much, much worse. Siddhant is another film critic friend of ours. You can find him on Twitter and read all of his reviews across various publications. Very talented writer. Ishita, I saw that you were also tweeting about death of mainstream media and the vultures that have circulated the corpse of journalism over the last couple of years. You have more thoughts on why independent media is where it's at?
where does someone get arrested? Like, what is that? What is that?
That's
noise?
your background.
Can't you hear it?
Yeah, Ishita's first thought must be like, are the cops coming to arrest us for doing this?
No, so I think the day resignation happened, I was with my friends and we watched while we watched to celebrate.
Yes.
And we were like, let's just watch it to see. And the absolute that is the documentary actually captures the time when the seeds were sown of hatred,
correct,
the whole divisiveness of bigotry. And you could see Ravish Kumar trying to report and people heckling him. And it was so refreshing to see how the picture has fully flipped now when the heckling exists, but it's to the other side, to the mainstream media. So that has been really heartening.
It didn't take long.
It didn't take long, and it will not take long. I mean, at least I feel that the level of violence that they operate in, it is not sustainable because you get used to it, and then what? How much do you amp up? Like the tweet which really, really got to me was whatever that journalist coming at Richa Chadha, and then basically also like using the name, first of all, of her husband wrong.
Yeah.
Just to, like underline on that he's a Muslim. And that's just such a terrible, terrible thing to do.
But they've been doing that to Sonakshi Sinha as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And that's such a terrible thing to do, because in my head, I'm like, these will stay and you have to live with yourself. And as you said, that when the winds and the wind will change. And when the wind changes, how will you look back at this and face yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope things get so bad for Arnab Goswami that he has to act in a Vivek Agnihotri film next. Like I really do. I think he's a vile human being, and
Vile. Vile.
I don't think anything he will ever do for the rest of his life will ever sort of give him, like,
A
redeem
redemption
him
arc.
at
Yeah.
all, like, ever. Like, these are just vile human beings, and it's not a coincidence that all of them look like terrible human beings. I don't even know them, but I don't even need to be smart to know it, and just to do that and to turn the narrative like that and to sort of question kids who are getting beaten up and like ending up in the hospital, and then you have like vile sort of film trailers like that Chauhan coming up with Ajay Devgan, probably the most morally bankrupt star out there, saying that pellets, like sort of mocking the pellets.
Limited damage.
I'm like, come on, like have some shame. And it like, yeah, I'd be ashamed to watch that film. I'd be ashamed to watch all those kind of films. It's just nobody should. It just becomes about like as simple as like right or wrong. Like it's just, it doesn't even take much to know that these people have not like one kind bone in their body. So it's yeah, like I hope these all these media channels sort of pay the price in the worst way possible.
And the amazing thing is that they will throw each other under the bus
Oh
like
yeah.
that. Like
That's
that. There is no sincerity. They will not stand up for each other. They have not stood up for each other. When they came for journalists, when they came for the whole media institution, or my favorite meme is these kids making fun of the NDTV coverage where they were playing these AI generated one person kicking the car and one person going like that. These incredible kids, and I apologize, I've forgotten the name of that page. They were like, "मुझे लगा था ये AI है, पर ये तो सच में हो रहा है." And one person is kicking the car and one person is banging it. It was so funny. But look where NDTV has fallen. This was an NDTV
oh
clip
man.
that they were mocking. When we were growing up, I was growing up in Delhi, NDTV was the epitome of what we wanted to be. We wanted to be NDTV journalists, and not, to be frank, for any rebellious reasons.
Yeah.
But it was actually aspirational as a cool new age thing to do, to become an NDTV journalist, work with Pranoy Roy, work with, people, all these fantastic people, Ravish, all these, Barkha Dutt was an NDTV journalist, all these fantastic people. Then came Tehelka, and then all of these. So this is what we've grown up with, that now all of it, every last bit of it is dirt. My second favorite meme is Fez said, "Hum dekhenge."
And
And
Salman
Samdesh says, "Cameraman Parth, dikhaiye."
That is funny. Yeah.
And there's another one where there is Salman's photo, and then there is Shakespeare, and Shakespeare's like, "Yeah, write it," and he's like, "It's done, bro."
when I saw Salman, I couldn't believe those words together. Like I just could not. And the funny part is in like 4 hours, the like entire strike was broken. Like I was like, what a guy.
It's done, bro.
It's done, bro.
I should start putting that at the end of my videos. You know how
Yeah.
I adore you sometimes? I'll be like, "Subscribe here. It's done, bro." My God. So,
Truly.
but that 2-line tweet, again, I've forgotten where that tweet was from because I was just consuming so much. It came from some person, and it gave me goosebumps because it's so potent, right? These 2 lines of Faiz saying ki hum dekhenge and Samdesh saying, "Cameraman Parth, dikhaiye." This is
Yeah.
the only way we are seeing through
Yeah.
YouTubers who, the establishment look down upon ki ye to YouTuber hai, through just independent
Yeah.
channels. Like Peak
Yeah.
TV has been on the ground, and
Yeah,
independent
new
content
media.
creators,
Yeah.
Shadab, Asad, the independent content creators
also
that have
like-
been on ground.
Yeah,
And not,
Adil-
Kavya Karnatak, they've not been on ground to make memes. Of course, there's kids making memes, but these people have been reporting on ground, and it's quite something to see. So my point is, please subscribe to my channel and support independent media, and join my Discord server. Discord server is free. Please join so we can all connect with each other and chat with each other. Ishita, you were saying?
Yeah, no, I was saying that about the independent journalist, there was also this the Red Mike Saurav, who is in
Yes.
Widely Watched, and uh, and it's so funny because when I was watching it, and he was just starting out, and there is this bit where Ravish, because people are leaving NDTV, and Ravish is like, reporters hi nahi hai, and then Vinay does a cut, and it's like him, and he's like a superstar now. It's just so nice to watch when he's just saying. Anyway, but also I really hope that someday we do a report on the role mainstream media has played in also coining certain terms
Yeah.
which have ruined lives. Because like I was when in the same documentary, how when Umar Khalid is called anti-national, and these words were just like said, they were just thrown, and now years later, like it's like 3 years later, they've become set in stone. These are
Yeah.
the terms that are referred all the time, like we are referred to as all the time. So yeah, I hope there's
The
some accountability.
dehumanizing, dehumanization came to us a long time ago. It came to us years ago when even people within the film industry were calling us parasites.
Yeah.
It came to us a long time ago. So being called cockroach or being called these dehumanizing things, we've been dealing with this for a while and taking it on the chin, if I may say so. But yes, of course, it permeated our skin somewhere and caused us to feel a little bit scared. But I have felt very invigorated this last week.
Yeah, yeah, I'll tell you one instance in the protest. So I was the first time I went, I was making a video, and there was this guy who was wearing a Shaktiman outfit. Now I'm standing on the corner and I'm making, and this guy starts walking towards me, and now I'm scared. Whereas I'm like, he'll be like, why did you give Dhurandhar a bad review? So I have already started moving. And then he comes to me and he was like, Ishita, big fan. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. Like, I'm so scared all the time. If someone recognizes me, I'm like, they will say that, we hate you. So yeah, it
Yeah.
has rooted the system.
The Discord server link summer it should be in the description under this video. So go to the description. Oh, he found it. Yes, my mic is working. Uday is sending me text on the side saying he can't hear my audio and the rest of you are more audible. But यहाँ पे तो Uday people are saying that people can listen to me. So I don't know what you're saying, Uday. Maybe your ears are not working.
Check. My phone.
Uday couldn't join us today. He was busy with personal commitments, but otherwise Uday would have been here as well. But we have not forgotten you, Uday. Usko FOMO ho raha hai. Wherever he is feeling sad. But listen,
मैं बैठ के FOMO.
like I was saying on my Instagram as well, the fact remains that if there is a little bit of fearlessness, they're going to come for it. They're going to try and clamp down on it again. The best we can do is use our critical thinking for everything. Do not fall for propaganda in films. Do not fall for government positioning in what your favorite actors are saying out on their social media. Use your critical thinking for everything. I am not saying go out on the streets. I will not say that you even need to post scathing opinions, because I understand you can get in trouble, things can happen, but do not stop using your critical thinking for everything, for our reviews, for our opinion pieces, for every bit of quote unquote content that is coming to you, cinema, TV, because the retaliation, I have a feeling, is going to be strong. It's going to be hard. Be cognizant that what you're seeing is retaliation and not just another film that stars some of the major stars of this country.
Yeah.
Rahul, you have a wedding proposal.
So my Rahul's prefrontal cortex.
Cute.
Interested parties can have the rest.
This person wants to marry your brain.
My brain. That's nice. That's probably the best part of me. I agree.
Aww. We love all of you. Also, 2 live streams in 2 weeks. I know. Are you mad? I know. And इस पे तो I don't even have a new film to talk about. But there was just we were chatting with each other on WhatsApp, and I was like, guys, बड़ी जोर से politics आ रही है. कुछ तो करना है. And then somebody was like, Sucharita should become the CBFC chief. Listen, my aim in my life in childhood was to join the government. I wanted to join the tourism department. Because
True.
every time I would go somewhere in the country and just so beautiful, such beautiful things. I was in Hampi a couple of months ago and I was like, my God, what a beautiful place. So much history, so much culture. I was like, I wanted to, when I went to Goa as a child or wherever here, I was like, I want to grow up and join the tourism department so I can bring more people to appreciate. But somewhere we lost that. We lost that feeling of wanting to serve the nation. But one day, imagine. Would you join? Would you join the government? Would you bring back the film division into its full glory, Rahul and Ishita, if you had the option?
No, but I want to say that we are serving the nation. I feel we are all bastard, like we are all documenting history in our own way,
Yeah.
and it's not easy. So I think we are doing our bit.
Yeah. I mean, we don't people shouldn't feel the pressure to be like patriotic or performative or strong or like, like crazy sort of inspired and all. Just do your bit. And I think like do like I always felt like since last week I felt such a burning urge to do something, this that, but I was like, the only thing I know how to do is write, and
And
that's
just keep doing that.
and just keep doing that and keep nothing needs to change in that sense. So
Thank you so much for joining me once again, y'all. Please read Rahul's essay on his Substack and subscribe to his Substack. It is linked in the description. And please follow Ishita on Twitter. Her Twitter handle is also linked in the description. And then you can choose to follow her on Instagram if you so like. But if you want to follow her work, Twitter is where she shares all her links. Join my Discord server. 150 people are watching us right now. All of you join Discord. I just started it today morning. If I see 150 people there, I'm going to be very happy. Right now I have 10.
okay.
Join. Okay,
Join.
150. Join, and we'll discuss film reviews, films, but films. It's all going to be film related because that's the only thing I feel like I have the capability to discuss. And become a channel member, support in whichever way you can. You can also give me money to run this platform. Thank you, gang.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.